Trade favors for ducats. That's right. For a measly sum of 10 favors, I get 207 gold. 6 months worth of income for France. Yes, they accept. I get that money. And then again. And then again. And then again. Again. And again. And again. This is so broken. A free personal union. That's right. PU France with favors. It's happening. Hey, I am Feedbackgaming, and this is Europa Universalis 4. But more importantly, the Leviathan expansion, the largest update to EU4 yet. And this video is sponsored by Paradox Interactive. Paradox approached me and said, I challenge you to create a great power in EU4 Leviathan, but you can only be one state. No painting the map. We are going to play the tallest game possible. One thing they didn't say to me was I couldn't play as a custom nation. So, what shenanigans can we get up to? Custom nation. Let us start as the Brittany imposter, Pretender Brittany. And that nation will be called British Annie. And that will be British Annie-ish. Yes, makes sense. Of course, a very patriotic red, of course. Yorkshire Rose represents my homeland, and that'll do. The new king will be Dave, and yeah, 66, because strong. Polynesian sprites. There we go. Go from the stick to the musket. This is where we can abuse the system. Colonies, important. Settlers, biggest settlers. Discipline, all the disciplines. I cannot be bothered to maintain my colonies, so yeah, let's not worry about that, ever. Manpower is always something you never want to worry about. Technology, production efficiency, let's make some money. And the famous administrative efficiency. Last but not least, we're going to be exploiting favors in this game. Favors is the new system where you can abuse your allies by pulling manpower, money out of them, and bleeding them dry. And we will be doing that in this game. France, I'm so sorry. Diplomatic reputation maxed out. Marvelous. That is perfection, ladies and gentlemen. Not only will I be showing off all the new features to show you how to play tall, but I'll also be showing off how you can abuse the favor system. And I think personally, this new system is absolutely completely broken. And trust me, France, I'll say it again, but I'm really sorry, because what's going to happen to you isn't going to be pretty. Britishny, play, go. Look at this, a lovely royal red. Development, 12, 9, 12, 12, 10. We've got a lot to work on. And when it comes down to great powers, yeah, we're at the bottom. We've got a long way to go. Build up that army, get them drilling, send out the merchants, send out the trade ships, colonial policy. We're going to go for the repressive policy. So normally you'd have to deal with natives uprising. We don't have to worry about that because look, we've got this. The best of both worlds. And first of all, France, hello, how's it going? An alliance. A perfect, immaculate alliance. And what is this new button? Curry favors. Over time, one of your diplomats will slowly build up more and more favors with France. Naturally, it will go up, but this will make sure it will go up a lot quicker. Just like that. And now we slowly gain favors with France till we're able to press these juicy buttons. What's that? Free money? Free soldiers? Free sailors? Or even better, a free personal union. That's right, PU France with favors? It's happening. Check out the technological marvel of the Britannia spiked club soldier marvel of the technological breakthroughs of the pointy stick. And the supermarket, a nation way ahead of its time. We're only at 1449 right now, 5 years into the game, and we have 26 favors with France. This is pretty broken. First ideas, let's get colonizing. Let's start dropping colonies. The Caribbean has been discovered, and with it comes the invention of MEAD. I think these Portuguese islands, they rightfully belong to Britannia. So we need to find a way of declaring war on you. Oh, and there's a lucky guarantee here, so it looks like we can do a no-CB war here. I want some Atlantic islands, and to get them, I'm going to have to go to war with Portugal. So let's take a few loans. Just a few. And we'll get ourselves 4 carracks. 16 years into the game, and we have 91 favors. We've almost maxed our favors with France. And also, lucky for us, no legal heir of France. Oh, we'll see about that. Request relative as heir. Yes, done. Payan feedback. The same dynasty as Britannia. Step 1 is complete. Heavy ships are ready. Big fat fleet. Declare war on you. At war with Portugal. Let's grab some islands. Wrecked and wrecked. Absolutely decimated. Ah! King of France! And it is our dynasty. A Britannian on the throne of France. Too perfect. Progress. Islands. They're mine. All your money. War reparations. Yep. I should pay off those debts. Aha! Dave is dead, but now we have Dave 2. Our first step into the new world. Off they go. Colony in Tenerife is finished. Now we have the ability to concentrate development from our land. So this pulls development from this area and pushes it towards our capital. The downside is we do lose some development in the process, but we gain 3 in the capital. So off they go. Next ideas, expansion ideas. A first step for a new colonial nation. France is looking mighty fine. It is time to abuse favors. Trade favors for ducats. That's right, for a measly sum of 10 favors, I get 207 gold. 6 months worth of income for France. Yes, they accept. And then, again. And then, again. And then, again. Again. And again. And again. Oh yeah, loans. Let's not worry about those anymore. This is so broken. So we get to siphon off wealth from France. And also, if we're in any need of manpower or sailors, yeah, we'll just siphon off those soldiers as well. 6 months supply of soldiers from France. Almost 4,000 soldiers for 10 favors. I'll have those too. Thanks. Thank you. A little bit of extra wealth. Yeah, let's spend that. And now we can create a colonial nation. But what's this? You can create 3 different kinds? A crown colony for direct control, contribution to money and manpower. You've got a private enterprise which contributes mostly to the wealth of its overlord, us, and a self-governing colony which has lots of autonomy, lots of control, but it grows the quickest. Let us go for self-governing colony. We wanted to grow as big and strong, as tall as possible. And that's exactly what's going to happen. And remember, if we run into problems with money, France is always here to help us out. Gee, thanks, France. Unlimited money? Don't mind if I do. Not only do we have great ideas from our custom nation, but also does our colonial nation. Yep, they've got the exact same ideas. That's right, +2 colonists. And straight away, they're getting to work and they're using these colonists. The Polynesian colonization of the Caribbean. Historical game, by the way. It's been like maybe a day or 2 since we've asked for money from France. Yeah, so more cash, please. A saint, you say? Time for +3 stability. Tariffs on fish? Tax it. Tariffs on coffee? Tax it. So, how's the progress going? We're chipping at the heels of Denmark here. We're getting close to 8th place. RIP, Dave 2. Now replaced with Simon. Caribbean consolidation. France, thank you for all the money. I do really appreciate that. I think it's time for a center of trade. And a World Trade Center. We need 30 development. And there we go. And there we go. World Trade Center. How much extra trade power does that give us? 31% to 39%. Worth it. France sucking the entirety of Western Europe into a massive war just for Navarra. After adopting colonialism, we have become one of the great powers. It starts number 8. The French conquest of Navarra. It cost 250,000 lives for just... Oh, well, okay, they took more than just Navarra. All right, I guess that makes it more worth it, I suppose. The next ideas are going to be diplomatic ideas. To keep our pesky colonies under control and under our thumb, we need to make sure our relations are always maxed out. It's time to execute the second part of the plan. It's not all about developing these big, beautiful colonies. As great as they might look, they're only step 1 in our plan. The next step is to extort them. Pull development directly from these colonies and pull it towards our capital. And as you can see, our Caribbean colony is incredibly wealthy. They will lose 30 development. Ouch. And we will gain 10. This makes them very, very upset, as you would imagine. And then the second one, this one will gain us 9 development. And again, an extra 6. We're on a roll. Again, and again, and again, and again. And that's all coming back to our juicy capital in Europe. Now, I think that is now the most fully developed capital in the entirety of Europe. Yep, it is. 85 development in our capital. So the negative relations is -200, and it maxes out at -200. So that means this is as upset as they're ever going to be. And in this case, we just do every single state. Be aware, this isn't a zero-sum game. Some of the development is lost in the transfer process. 25% disappears into thin air. With years upon years upon years of making colonists and expanding overseas, we're having a bit of a loan problem. So it's time for France. Help us out. More. This is so broken. It looks like we're heading towards a big fat France, which means more money for me and more manpower for me. The United States of Britannia, another step into the new world. Also, I've discovered that there's a confederacy here, a tribe with an incredibly developed capital, 49 development, which is even more than Constantinople. New world greater than old world. Dave 3 and the Berber people. Become Berber. Okay, it's been 50 years. It's time to concentrate more development. And that has lifted us up to the 5th great power. Meanwhile, France is getting absolutely squished by Austria and the almighty Poland, forming a nice little corridor in the center. While they're busy with that, I think I'm going to take this opportunity to hit England. Take Cornwall. I'm going to run around the UK and intercept their fleets. And seeing as we're so unbelievably rich, let's hire some mercenaries. Oh, there's a few ships here. 24 cogs. And now they're isolated. Naval barrage of London, and probably the quickest cap ever. And it's gone. No sign of the British fleet, just a free UK. Right, England, I want to take this state in the south. And all your money? Yep. And war operations? Yep. And then immediately after I take the land, I then strip it of all the development. In this case, just one development. Then we release Cornwall, and I grant Cornwall all the land. Now we have a foot into England. Oh boy. This wasn't the plan. The plan was the big finale was going to be, I was going to get to like number 2 or number 3 in world powers. Then I would get a bajillion loans and then go to war with France and claim the throne and get a personal union. But the RNG gods, I have prayed to them and they have rewarded me. Wow. And I can even pull development from France. How insane is that? Liberty Desire, on the other hand, is going to be a little bit of a problem. And that has shifted me to number 2. If I pull the development from Paris, I get 22 development. And my goodness, that makes them really mad. I'm totally wrong. So from boosting development and also supporting loyalists, I managed to get it down to 28%. So it is actually doable. So all I need to do now to get the upper hand and become number 1 is weaken Poland and then pull development from France. Let's just pull from Normandy. 104 relations, 26 liberty desire. Let's just push them over the edge. Oh, never mind. It looks like my wish is about to come true. Pole-splosion is about to happen. Well, it looks like Poland's about to collapse, but it doesn't even matter. Britannia is number 1. 1,223 development. You know what? Let's go this extra mile. Let's pull all the development from France. France will never forgive us for this, but it doesn't matter. It's interesting how even though the relations get so incredibly bad, they're still okay with me continuing to do this. Right now, they completely and utterly hate us. It keeps me into the number 1 spot, but it's not made a big difference to the development. I'm not sure how this number updates. But regardless, the capital now has a total development of 281. It's very, very busy in the city right now. There's a lot going on. 122 of the development is base tax too. It's strange how the distribution's so weird. And there we go, guys. The greatest, tallest possible capital city in the world. In a world of red, there is a tiny island of green just there. This is the new expansion for Europa Universalis 4. If you want to check it out, click on the link in the description, just below this video. Hey, if you want to see more of this content, consider liking and subscribing. Have a good day, everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye. Thank you, Paradox, for sponsoring this video, and thank you, Patrons, for continuing to support me. Have a good day. I love you.